Well, it is nice to be back. It's the Ryan Hartson Show on BWC Internet Radio. I'm Ryan Hartson, here to talk a little bit about the NBA Finals. Game 2 takes place tonight, obviously between the Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks. We broke it down for you on JMFPSP. Game 1 took place. The Mavericks kept it close. Ultimately, LeBron and Dwayne Wade, mainly Dwayne Wade, on Tuesday, take over, and they get it done in Game 1, winning by around 10. Was it? Just kick their ass. And, I have figured out the Miami Heat's game plan. It took me the entire NBA playoffs, but I've got it done. I've got it down. I have it figured out what the Miami Heat do to win games. Okay? They're not going to blow you out. They're not going to dominate the rebounds. They're not going to dominate with rebounding. They're not going to score 150 points like Dallas will or Oklahoma City would have. They're just going to keep it close. It's like, this team really reminds me of the Oakland Raiders teams in the late 70s, early 80s, when they had Kenny Stabler as their quarterback. Just keep it close. Just keep it close. Just keep it close. Just keep it close. All right, Kenny Stabler, go. Win the game. See ya, hands, holy roller. He made Kenny Stabler one of the clutch quarterbacks of all time, a Hall of Famer. He's not brought up enough in the all-time great discussion of his quarterbacks. But that's what the Raiders did back then. We don't know what they did. I don't know if they threw the ball more than they ran the ball. I don't know if they were a great defense. I don't know what they really had. I know they had Gene Upshaw. He was awesome. Just keep it close. Whatever you do, whatever you have to do, just keep us within a touchdown, a field goal, keep us right there, and then Stabler, turn it on in the fourth quarter, give you a late game winning drive, and that's how they did. And that's how they won. They won Super Bowls doing that. A Super Bowl, I believe, Stabler has doing that. And that's what Miami does with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. Because people try to figure out all the time who's the closer, Is it LeBron? Is it Dwayne Wade? Do they take turns? What do they do? Who's the closer? Who's the guy late in games? Can't they share? Isn't that the whole point of them getting together? Wasn't that the whole idea? Get together so neither of us have to be the closer. And yet we're trying to figure out who's who. Why? Why do we have to declare a closer? Why can't we just say they're sharing? Just let them share. Dwayne Wade's got it some nights. LeBron's got it other nights. Chris Bosh every once in a while will clean it up for you. Just let them take turns. That's what they're doing. That's their roles. Their roles are sometimes you close, sometimes I close. Depends on who has better opportunities, who can get to the line a bit more. LeBron did close the game in Game 1. He is the closer. He was playing. It'll say he only had 5 assists, but he had quite a few of these hockey assists, which means he made the pass before the assist. He was a great distributor in Game 1. He played a much more distributor's role than he did a scorer's role. Dwayne Wade was horrible in every way in the first half, and then in the second half he turns it on, and he ends up scoring 22 points, but he only had 8 at halftime, or 7, or something like that, and just ended up dominating in the third and fourth quarter. Had a huge third quarter, which really helped, and LeBron got it done. Bosh kept them in it in the first quarter. Just keep it close. That's what it is. Bosh, just keep them close, and then let LeBron and D-Wade finish it off late in games. And when you have two elite closers that have done it by themselves, and now those guys are on the same team, that's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been talking about forever. It's the two best players in the game on the same team. It's terrifying. I don't know why people try to play that down. I feel like you cannot emphasize enough. It's the two best players in the NBA playing together. This is unbelievable. It is something that I feel like we can't fathom as observers of the sport. The two best players playing together. And that's what they do. And they take turns closing, and it's this just juggernaut. How do you beat them? How do you plan for this. In a 7-game series, you have 2 guys that can close. I mean, LeBron has been a closer. I don't care what anybody says. LeBron has been a closer his entire career. Has he failed? Of course he has. Michael failed. Dwayne Wade has failed. Kobe Bryant has failed to close. We don't criticize them like we criticize LeBron. You know, what, do we hold LeBron to a higher standard than we did Michael Jordan? I don't feel that way at all. But what we did with all those players, as we should, is we waited to see how good they would be before we held them to a standard. We didn't know how good LeBron was going to be when we started calling him the best player in the NBA. 3-4 years ago, he was still developing back then. And we're all saying, oh, he's the best player in the NBA, he's Michael Jordan. Well, wait. Everybody stop. He's been in the league for like 4 years. We don't know how good he is yet. He can still develop, right? We're waiting. We're even waiting with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, we're not judging. We didn't call him, a choker. That he's not clutch. No, he's only been in the league for 3 years. Let him develop. Durant's going to develop into an unreal talent, as is Westbrook. Just hold on to make decisions. And of course, LeBron, I think people forget, went to the finals, carried his team to the finals by scoring the last 25 points. The Cavaliers' last 25 points of that game to beat Detroit and go to the NBA Finals, where, because they were a terrible team, playing an absolute machine in San Antonio with Duncan and Ginobili and Parker, like, you're not going to beat them. And you knew that wasn't going to happen. I mean, does that mean LeBron's not clutch? Of course it doesn't. LeBron's been on bad teams his entire career until now. And now he's got Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's been on bad teams his entire career. He had the one good team in 06 with Shaq. Udonis Haslem, who was very good that year. I mean, the one year he had talent, they won. And people that say Shaq didn't contribute to that 06 team are fooling themselves. Shaq passed his prime. That wasn't past his prime Shaq. That was in his prime Shaq. That was like the last year he was great. He was phenomenal, an all-star. I mean, when he's still going to all-star games, he was an excellent player, did a great job, and, he got it done. And he helped Dwayne Wade win that title. And now you got these guys that have been on bad teams their entire careers. They're now by themselves, trying to win a championship. And they are unbelievable. This is unworldly. It's like nothing I've ever seen. They dominated in game 1. They're just going to wait around and then pick your poison. It's late. They're either ahead by a little bit or behind by a little bit. How many points do we need to score? Let's go. There are 2 of us. And Chris Bosh will do what he needs to. I mean, when you have that, there's never been a flexibility in late game situations like there is with the Miami Heat. Jordan's Bulls did not have this. They did not have a minute and a half to go in the game, we're down by 2. Who should we go to? No, one guy. You had Michael. That's it. With this, minute and a half to go in the game, we have 2 guys that have done unbelievable things that will go down in the annals of NBA history already. What are we going to do with this now? LeBron or Dwayne Wade? Pick. I don't know. Football teams don't have that either. Should it be Brady or should we put the backup in? No, there is none of that. One guy with the ball in his hands. Basketball, one guy with the ball in his hands. This is unreal. And I picked Miami in 7. I feel great about that pick. But I kind of want to go down to 5. I kind of want to go... That game made me want to go all the way down to 5. They're on a mission. Can they be stopped? I don't think so. I don't think they can be stopped. They are so... Dallas is having the same problem Chicago had. They're being defended like you would not believe, and you only have one guy that can create his own shot. Well, Jason Terry... No, he can't. Jason Terry cannot create his own shot. He needs to be set up. Jason Kidd can a little, but he's really old. We're an ancient Jason Kidd. He needs to be a distributor. And he distributes very well. What Dallas needs to do is pass. When they made that great run to get up to an 8-9 point lead, I think that was around the second quarter, third quarter even. Their ball movement was spectacular. If they can pass, if they can just their ball movement on offense. If they can get the ball moving, get it going fast, tempo not necessarily in the speed of the game, but in the passing. Can you get quick passes, get everybody touching the ball, eventually find an open guy? That's the kind of offense they need to run. Something quick, something you wouldn't see coming. That's the kind of thing they need to run. And Miami kind of shut that down as well. So you can't, because Miami's going to kick your ass ISO in transition if you want to play. However you want to play, Miami's going to beat you. And can Dallas find a way to break through and win Game 2 with all this new information that we have of, yeah, Dallas kicked an old Lakers team's ass. They kicked an Oklahoma City team that was too young from square one, and we knew that, or at least some people did. I didn't. I picked Oklahoma City to win that series. They beat up a Blazers team that's injured, and an old Lakers team, like I said. And now you're running into something that has never been seen before in NBA history. How do you game plan for that? I don't understand it. Dallas needs to win this game tonight. Dirk is going to have to score 40 for them to do it. Can he? With his finger? Oh, he hurt his finger. I'm sorry, I'm not buying that crap. These players that complain. This is why we call Dirk soft. Is because he's trying to explain away his injury. If LeBron had the same injury, I'm fine. Stop asking me. Dwayne Wade has like this crazy shoulder problem. And he's like, I'm fine. I'm not hurt. Difference. That's why they're up 1-0. They have a mental toughness about injuries. Kobe, I'm always fine. It doesn't matter. Kobe's legs were falling off a couple years ago. Fine. Not worried. My knees are fine. You know, he broke like 3 bones in his hand or something last year, wasn't it? I'm fine. Nothing wrong. Dirk, well, you know, it's not throbbing as much, and I have to wear a splint. Oh, shut up, dude. This is why we call you soft. Yeah, we forgot he was a great player, and I will always acknowledge now this playoff run has caused me to change my mind on Dirk Nowitzki a little bit, but this is why we called you soft. You're talking too much about your stupid injuries. Shut up. So, I don't think the Heat are going to win tonight, though. I think after all that, Dallas is going to come back. Dallas is going to get this one, I think. No, I don't. I don't think that. I'm kidding. I really don't think that. Like, I would like to see Dallas tie it up just so we'd have it going a little bit longer. Miami's just better than they are. They're going to win. Dallas isn't going to win a game in Miami. I'm going to take Miami tonight. Miami to win the series in 5. I'm going down to 5 games, everybody. I've had enough of Dallas, too. I've had enough of Dirk Nowitzki and this soft superstar stuff and all this crap and they have players I don't like. It's nothing personal. Like, I don't take things personally in sports. There's no sense in it. But Tyson Chandler, his style of play has always bothered me. Jason Terry can't create his own shot. It's like when people in actual sports media accuse players of being something they're not. Derrick Rose, the best player in the NBA. He's not, and I have a problem with you saying that he is. Jason Terry can recreate his own shot. No, he can't. He can't. He never could. Stop saying that. You know, Jason Kidd is an all-time great. Of course he is. Is he right now? Hell no. I wouldn't touch Jason Kidd with a 10-foot pole right now. He's 38 years old. He's going to fall apart on the court. And, you know, maybe he'll be able to keep it going for a little while, but eventually those young legs of Mario Chalmers are going to wear him down. So, Miami tonight. Miami to win the series, obviously, and I'm going from 7 to 5. And that's how I see the series. All right, good stuff. Shaq retired. We'll have that on JMF PSP at some point. Hopefully Saturday. No Tim. So I think we're going to do what I want to do as a JMF PSP, just without Tim. Maybe we'll have Corey fill in for Tim's role or something. I'm kind of debating this in my own head. I haven't actually talked to anybody about it. So there you go. Breaking news. Breaking news for the other members of JMF PSP. I want Corey to fill in for Tim on Saturday. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and maybe we'll get. I'll be here tomorrow, talking about the game. I don't know if maybe Corey will drop by and we'll do something. I have to talk to him about that too. I have to talk to a lot of people about a lot of things. This has been a long ass week. I'm tired. All right. We'll talk about Shaq's retirement, and we're going to talk about the Jim Tressel thing, and we'll do a lot of that on Saturday. So look forward to a big Jim Tressel day on Saturday. No This Week in Baseball for like a month. When Tim comes back, we'll have This Week in Baseball. That's his segment, and I suck at it, so I don't pay attention enough. So there you go. All right. Thanks for being here. It's Ryan Hartson on BWC Internet Radio.